Thank you for joining us this Friday, the 5th of August. I'm Sophia, a market analyst with Bell Direct, and this is the weekly market update. Well, in economic news earlier this week, the RBA raised the cash rate to 1.85%. Now, the major banks have forecast the cash rate to reach 2.6 to 2.85% by the end of 2022. This is based on expected wage growth. So if wages rise slower than expected, we may see the RBA pull back its pace on monetary tightening. And reporting season is slowly kicking off. Now, earnings will vary across each sector and external factors will have an impact. So external factors that we're likely to see frequently mentioned over reporting season include rising costs, the RBA interest rate hikes, and the Russia-Ukraine war, which has upped prices of some materials and commodities, including oil, gas, and coal, and has caused supply constraints, having the biggest impact on energy stocks. There's also been the China COVID lockdowns, which has impacted supply, as well as the floods down the east coast of Australia, which has impacted mining stocks and insurance stocks. 4 companies have reported so far either their half-year or full-year earnings. And next week, there are some big names reporting to look out for. On your screens now are Bell Potter's and Citi's forecasts and recommendations for some of the companies set to publish their earnings next week. We'll see a lot of share price movements as companies release their earnings, and price movements will be based on how the company performed when compared to what the market was expecting. So key figures to look out for include sales, profits or losses, and what will be paid in dividends. Investors will also be watching company outlooks, which is what they plan to achieve in the coming 6 to 12 months. Particularly in outlooks, we want to assess the company's ability to control costs, considering the current price pressures. Taking a closer look at some of the companies on your screens now, on Monday and Tuesday, Commonwealth Bank and Suncorp will be reporting, while most of the other major banks will be reporting in October. So for financials, the largest external factor to consider is the interest rate rises. Now, this is often positive for margins. However, with the aggressive take on monetary tightening that we're seeing by the RBA currently, this may have a negative impact as the banks need to continuously adjust their rates, and this could affect the property market and reduce the demand for new loans and increase the default rate on current loans. Another big one to look out for next week is Woodside Energy, WDS, on Thursday. Woodside merged with BHP's petroleum business, so we'll see how the merger has performed so far. Taking a look at the market's performance this week so far, the ASX 200 has gained 0.4% Monday to Thursday. Tech shares have soared higher, up 4.6%, and this was off the back of tech shares in the US rallying following strong earnings reports. The likes of Moderna and PayPal reported strong corporate earnings, which boosted their prices this week, and the ASX tech shares have pushed higher as well. On the other hand, energy has fallen this week, down 1.6%. The best performing stocks on the ASX 200 were tech giants Block, SQ2, and Zip, ZIP. Block's US listed tech shares, they rallied and its ASX listed shares followed, gaining more than 16%. And Zip has had a stellar week alongside other BNPL stocks. Zip is up 11.5%. Other top performers are the A2 Milk Company, A2M, Lake Resources, LKE, and Pinnacle Investment Management, PNI. While stocks that declined the most were United Malt Group, UMG, and GrainCorp, GNC. Tech stocks were also top performers on the All Ords, with quite a few tech names making the leaderboard. However, the best performer was Qualtius, QAL, which is a real estate investment manager, and that company has secured a mandate for the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority to invest $700 million in funds, and QAL is rated a buy by Goldman Sachs as well. And the most traded stocks by Bell Direct clients this week were BHP, Lake Resources, LKE, Aristocrat Leisure, ALL, ANZ, Whitehaven Coal, WHC, and Zip, ZIP. Clients also bought into Rio Tinto, RAO, while took profits from Sayona Mining, SYA, Sierra Rutile, SRX, and Sims, SGM. And the most traded ETFs this week were the Vanguard All World ex-US Shares ETF, VEU, the Vanguard MSCI International Shares ETF, VGS, and the VanEck MSCI Multi-Factor Emerging Markets Equity ETF, EMKT. As for economic data to look out for next week, on Tuesday we'll receive Westpac's data on consumer confidence for August and NAB's data on business confidence for July. This will provide an indication of sentiment across all industries, considering the external factors taking place, predominantly the interest rate rises. Then on Thursday, data on consumer inflation expectations will be released. And that's all we have time for this week. I'm Sophia Mavridis with Bell Direct. Have a great Friday and enjoy your weekend.